an anti-Trump rally across America in more than 1,500 cities. And the protest that was planned in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, is now canceled after the authorities believe that there may be more possible attack on the protest, on the rally, and the governor, Tim Walz of Minnesota, urged
That's actually a pretty decent burger.
to really stay at home until this.
And there's my bank.
And there's also a take shelter order for the local residents until this manhunt is concluded.
Jay Kwan in Washington, thank you. An investigation is ongoing to understand what caused an Air India plane to crash in the Indian city of Ahmedabad on Thursday. The plane plummeted shortly after takeoff in a residential area, killing 241 passengers and more than 30 people on the ground. Air India's CEO says it's now inspecting all of its Boeing 787 aircraft and working to support the families of those who have died. Our correspondent, Arunaday Mukherjee, is in Ahmedabad.
There's been a lot of activity at the crash site. From behind the barricades where we've been stopped, we've seen a steady stream of officials arrive since this morning, driving in and out, trying to find material which may prove to be crucial to the investigation. Excavators have been busy clearing the debris and scanning the area as well. India's Civil Aviation Minister, Whataburger, said the successful recovery of the black box will help give them an in-depth understanding on the moments before the crash. The response teams are working on ground actively, trying to rescue whatever is possible, cut down the fire.
And I still have no idea what they're going to develop out there. At least they let it looks like they actually seeded those wildflowers in there.
Air India has been ordered by the Civil Aviation authorities to carry out inspections of its existing Boeing 787 fleet before each aircraft can be cleared for their next flight. They've cautioned passengers that some of these checks will result in delays and disruptions.
There's the creek area.
For long-haul flights.
After decades of near misses, South Africa's cricketers have finally managed to land one of the sport's major titles. The team, which gained a reputation for stumbling with the finish line in sight, had beaten Australia by 5 wickets in the final of the World Test Championship at the iconic.
Oh, that's a sticky wicket.
London. Addressing the crowd, the captain, Temba Bavuma, said it was an historic moment.
It's been a special couple of days. At some point it felt like we were back in South Africa with all the support to the stands. We worked hard for this moment. For us as a country, here's an opportunity for us to, as divided as we are at times, to forget all of that, rejoice in this moment and just be one. I'm sure the people back home will be celebrating it with us, and you can trust that we'll be celebrating it massively as well.
And among those celebrating is the South African sports broadcaster Mo Ali. He spoke to Sports World's Lee James.
Wow, what my heart is still pounding. From the drama of this morning, especially when South Africa lost that wicket of Temba Bavuma early on, and we're thinking, oh, here we go again, that favorite flag is coming along. And, they've finally done it. Only their second ICC trophy that they've won. They won the ICC Champions Trophy, of course, but just over a year ago, it was heartache in the T20 final, but they narrowly lost by 7 runs to India, and that's just a fantastic achievement. And particularly pertinent and significant for this country is that we are the Rugby World Champions and now the Cricket Test World Champions, and both captains, Siya Kolisi and Temba Bavuma, are black players. So people elsewhere in the world, it might not mean anything, but given the history of this country of apartheid, it's just a massive, massive achievement.
I usually go to the last door, the grocery door, because that's where the power wheelchairs are at.
So many of South Africa's fans were able to be there to be a part of this very special day. But to see Temba Bavuma on the balcony, I think he was barely able to watch.
Nice.
As you say, the huge significance, the first black
Crepe
cricket
myrtles.
in South Africa to bat so well through discomfort with his hamstring injury. But as you said, the significance then, though, of that moment to be there as Siya Kolisi was for his country.
Exactly, and also, Temba Bavuma, we had great black bowlers throughout the years. We've had Kaya Titi, now Kagiso Rabada, but batting hasn't come through in this country in a big way.